Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus here at Concord High School, home of the Crimson Tide. Jason Roby here, along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody, on the moving pictures. I am joined by the Bishop Guertin head coach, Coach Brad Craig. And Coach, we come here to the capital city tonight to face a Concord High team that's a good-looking team, 5-5 on the record book, but really maybe a better team than what their record indicates. What are you expecting to see tonight from this Crimson Tide team?
Yeah, they got some size, and they're pretty athletic. You know, we've seen them on film a couple times, and, you know, they get up and down the floor pretty well. And, you know, look, I think you're right. They're just kind of a deceiving 5-5, and they've played some of the better teams in the state so far. I know they played Bedford. I think they had Portsmouth last night. I'm pretty sure they played Pinkerton, if I remember correctly. So, you know, they played a pretty tough schedule in the first half of the season. So, you know, to be 5-5, you know, is pretty good for them. And again, you just look at them, and they got some length and they got some athleticism.
What was the message to the girls after the Wachusett victory? Obviously, that was a big one. That was a battle of two of the New England's best out there. Not to look past this game, but to kind of bring us back to that night at Emmanuel College, a special night. How were the girls on the bus ride home? What was the message to them?
Yeah, they were pretty excited.
Yeah.
You know, they were really looking forward to that game for a while, and I thought they played. You know, it was a very just a tough kind of grinding.
Yeah. I believe you used
sort of game.
Rock fight was the words or the words you used. The rock fight.
It was, and again, it's just so good for our kids to get that kind of resistance, and they were physical. And you know, there was a healthy part of that game where we were getting physically beat up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first time that our kids had experienced that for an extended stretch. And, you know, just a healthy thing for us to go through. And I thought they did a great job battling through that stuff. And, you know, it was a 3-point game, late third quarter, I think. And our kids just, you know, made some plays. Yeah. Got a double-digit lead, and then, you know, just kind of hung on.
How do you prepare for that mindset-wise and then physical-wise in terms of, look, it's a copycat league. People are going to watch film, see what works against other teams, and maybe try to employ it themselves. Do you kind of back off the girls a little bit in practice, let them recover from something like that, or is it full speed ahead? Yeah.
I think you know me.
Been there, done that. No, I got you.
We gave them the day off Sunday.
There you go.
They're young.
The seventh day
resilient.
you rest. Okay.
Yeah. We got too much to do to, you know, coast.
Which is a nice segue into my next question is, and really a statement of sorts. Every time I've talked to one of your girls after a game, it's been, look, we are focused for whoever the next opponent is. They're not looking past anybody. And it was evident in that Salem game that was kind of bookended by two very good teams, and they were dialed in. And if there's anything I'll take from this, it's that you're a seasoned team that kind of has the proverbial eye on the prize, so to speak. But they really seem dialed in, and it's you know, what do we have to do tonight to continue on the journey we're going on?
They've been really great about that.
Yeah.
And I do attribute a lot of it to the fact that they're pretty mature kids now. You know, we got a bunch of kids who are going to vote in the next election here. So, you know, they're grown-ups. You know, most of them are grown-ups, and the younger kids kind of take their cue from the older kids, which is what you want to see. You know, they'll make a liar out of me tonight, I'm sure. But you know, I
high school kids being who they are.
They've been great. Just looking at the day ahead of them. That's all. That's really all it is, and just get a little bit better every single day. I know it's a cliche, but
it is.
You know, they've been great about, you know, just staying in the moment, kind of being in the present, and taking care of their business, and they're not worrying about stuff they can't really control.
Well, you say it's a cliche. I said it is, but what I mean is it is. But they continue to take care of the business every single night, and honestly, this is a team that. There's a maturity level with this group that I've been with you for 3 years now, and this is a different kind of team that I'm seeing here, and the growth, not just from the basketball standpoint, but the way they handle their business off the court, the way they handle themselves warming up and stretching and all those little things. It's almost like there's nothing that's overlooked by these kids, and it seems like they are just dialed in and ready to go.
Yeah, I think so, and I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, and again, when you have 8 seniors the way we do, they've been through 3 years of sort of conditioning, if you will, as to, you know, how we like to prepare, what we like them to focus on, and how we want them to sort of go about their business. And, you know, we've had to coach them hard.
Yeah.
But we've not had to coach them a lot. And I think
Right.
there's a big difference there.
Right.
So,
Right.
the more these guys can kind of work their own way through stuff and not have to lean on us or rely on us to get them through some of the tough stuff and just kind of take care of their business, I think it's better for us.
Yeah. What are you looking to see tonight from your team? I know you got to get back down there, but what's one or two things that you're looking at specifically tonight against this Crimson Tide team?
Tempo.
Yeah.
Tempo. If it's a tie game at the end of the first quarter, we get the tempo our way, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. So I think if we can get up and down and control the pace of the game, it'll bode well for us.
He is Brad Creek, the head man of the undefeated Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Coach, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right. We will take it down to the court for the starting lineups, and it should be a good one here from the capital city. Jason Roby along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy on the moving pictures. Chick Smith, the head of officials, sitting behind us. Just got the. Oh.
Tonight's Division I girls varsity basketball game features the Cardinals of Bishop Guertin High School and the Crimson Tide of Concord High School.
Concord High enters tonight's game 5-5. Bishop Guertin a 10-0, 11-0, including the winter holiday game they played against Concord Christian. And Concord Christian is a good team in their own right, a small school team that when Bishop Guertin's trip to Florida was canceled this winter due to the airline issues, they ended up picking up a game against Concord Christian. So let's meet the Bishop Guertin starting five. Number one is Brooke Paquette, the do-everything point guard for this Cardinal team. Number 11, Liv Murray, who has, once again, plays the one sometimes, plays the two, plays with a very high energy. Hannah Lynch, the junior. Number 12, 5'11", forward. Megan Stack, coming off of that knee injury from a year ago, is having an outstanding year, averaging a double-double. And rounding out the starting five, one of my most improved players on this team is Caitlin Wheeler, doing just about everything for this Cardinal team. Now we'll meet the head coach and players for the Crimson Tide. Rob Darrell is the head man. Number 13, Maddie Kelly, a 5'6" junior, gets the start. Delaney Duford, a 5'6" junior. Ada Smalley, a 5'10" junior. And Whitney Valiant, a 5'11" junior, gets the start. And what's one constant we're seeing here? Sophia Payne. And here's the key, Steve. 5 juniors in the starting lineup for this Crimson Tide team. This could be a very, very good team in a year, not to mention what they could do this season. We'll take a timeout for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are ready to get underway here from the capital city, my old stomping ground, Steve. Of course, Bishop Brady graduate, not a Concord High graduate. Hopefully no one holds that against me. Pembroke Academy didn't have football at the time, and I wanted to play, so there it is. 8 minutes on the clock. Bishop Guertin in their green uniforms, Concord in their white uniforms with crimson numbers and lettering. And hello, Colleen from Cornwall, from the banks of the Hudson, watching. Want to say hello to all of our friends watching from around the country and around the globe. Nice of you to join us here on the Highlight Guy. Melbourne, Australia, you are in the house. Hello. Tip is won by the Cardinals. Outside, Yahtzee! And we are underway. Murray buries a three-pointer to get this thing started. Steal there by Stack. Goes the other way, up with the left, no. Crimson Tide clears the glass, will run on the far side, now in the middle. And that one is airmailed into the stands. Same book, different page. 8 minutes, girls and boys high school basketball here in the state of New Hampshire. There is no shot clock. Lynch now. Back to Paquette, two-player game on the low block. Skip pass. Cardinals whipping it around the perimeter. Yahtzee! Paquette knocks down another three, and here comes the full court pressure. Wheeler will fall back. Crimson Tide will set up in their half court. Cardinals in man-to-man defense. Valiant now. Crossover dribble with the left. Goes into the paint, goes up. No, had a good look at it. Wheeler comes away with the rebound, finds Paquette. Cards will run. Murray goes up and little dipsy do, up and under. How you doing? And that was Murray. Another steal by Stack. Cardinals playing with their hair on fire here early. Nice bounce pass on the block. Good recognition from Stack to Murray. She couldn't get it to go, but another turnover for the Crimson Tide. Skip pass and a nice one. Lynch isn't shy, misses everything. Rebound goes to the Crimson Tide and they'll pull back. 8-0 Cardinals. Baseline, jump shot, no. High off the backboard. Lynch clears it and the Cards will run. Oh, and we're gonna get a travel call on Wheeler. And the balcony Muppets are here tonight. 6:09 to go, first quarter of this one. Full court pressure being applied by the Cardinals. Smalley working on Lynch, and up over the top goes Smalley. Was able to find Duford. Low block it goes. And a nice move on in the paint by Blinn. As she was hacked in the act, she'll head to the line for a pair. It's going to be Wheeler's first personal. And that is where it will sit. Can't make this stuff up, Steve. Never seen a chick, never. Yeah, that was, no, only on TV. And Hana coming up short. Now to Stack at 3 points for that, since they both, I don't know how that works. So that does count as the first free throw. And we will have a second. Blinn 0 for 2, and it's a violation. It did not touch the rim, so Cards will take it out under the hoop. Well, that was an interesting trip. 5:55 to go, first quarter. Paquette running the show at the top, over to Lynch. Now Murray. And Lynch was wide open on the block, but kept going through. Paquette's not shy, no, and I was ready to say Yahtzee, too early on that call. goes out of bounds. Concord ball. Nice job handling the pressure. That was valiant. She came hard with the left and switched it up. This is an athletic team, and they're doing some good things. Foot was on the line, but Coach Craik was right. This is an athletic team, very long, and they've played some close ones. A team that we fully expect to see grow throughout the year here, but also what a threat they pose a year from now as those starting five will be seniors. But we'll stay in the present here. Murray now, left-hand dribble, over to Stack. Backdoor cut there. Oh, leather souffle. The ball was blocked. Coach Craik wanted a foul, and none called. Lynch went strong to the hole and was met with authority at the block party. Concord will set up in the half court. Kelly now loses the dribble, looking for some help. Left foot pivot, low block, and I think they're going to call a foul on Lynch. Looked like she had all ball. We'll find out on. No, it's going to be against Stack, rather. So there it is. Lynch had all ball, but Stack maybe a little bit of the body there. And back to the free throw line goes Blinn. Front iron on the first. She'll get a second. I always enjoy watching each player's little nuances at the line, as I don't know if she called glass, but it counts regardless. 8-1, the Crimson Tide are on the board. It won't be a shutout. Paquette, crossover dribble, comes with the left. Goes baseline, throws it up, and we're gonna get a blocking foul there, and it looks like it's gonna be Blinn. That's going to be her first personal, the team's first. Paquette was in the act, so she'll get a pair. I can't take credit for that shutout comment. I've heard that before in a lot of games. I've always gotten a kick out of it. Acoustic shadows here in the Concord High Gym as Paquette goes 1 for 2. Here comes the trap on the baseline, and timeout called, and a good one there by Coach Darrell, or Darrell, not sure where the accent aigu is on that, but Coach Robb calls timeout, otherwise it could have ended up in a turnover. Cardinals lead 9-1, 4:34 to go here, first quarter, from the capital city in Concord, New Hampshire. This is a 5-5 Concord team. We mentioned that I believe they played last night against Portsmouth. The NHIAA did not have a result on their website. We'll check that at halftime. But this is a team that will host Winnicunnet on February 3rd here, 6:30 tip. Meanwhile, Bishop Guertin will host Mercy High School February 4th at 3 o'clock. That's a game that we've come to expect every year. Crimson Tide doing what you need to do to beat the press, and that is reverse it. Valiant, nice drive, and I don't know if Brooke Muller got a hand on it, but the 6'2 forward certainly altered the shot. Blinn tried to get it in, and it was a good job by, I think it was Muller, getting the long arm in there to knock that ball away. So we'll get another foul on the Crimson Tide. I think it's Delaney Duford. It's her first. Each team now with 2 team fouls. Crimson Tide will extend their full court pressure. Murray puts on the brakes. Behind the back crossover. Oh boy. Takes it right at Blinn. Chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Murray will head to the line, and that'll be Blinn's second personal foul, I believe, 3 on the team. So we'll see what Coach Robb does here if Blinn stays in. And as I say that, he goes to the bench. Offensive board there by the 6'2 Muller, and jump ball is called. Possession will go to the Crimson Tide. Payne will check in for Blinn. And there's a Crimson Tide player all alone down here, 2-on-1, nice pass. Lynch establishing position, nice skip pass there, fired from the outside, Yahtzee! And that is a three-point shot by Kelly. Muller goes baseline with the body. Airmails one over to Coach Craik, can't have 6 players on the court, turnover. Paquette, Wheeler will check back in. Stack and Murray will come to the bench. 11-4 Cardinals. It's a very dangerous Concord High team, no question about it. They're long, they have good skill. Nice block there. Little leather souffle in the paint from Muller. Cards will run. Daly got it back to Muller. She tried going glass. Too much mustard on that hot dog. Crimson Tide will run. And running by Paquette, she was set up defensively, was Smalley. Nothing to show for it there. Daly doesn't have the numbers, so she'll set it back up. Muller thought about it, if only for a brief moment. Paquette's not shy. Front iron, no. And now the Crimson Tide are running. It's like high tide out there. See what I did there, Steve? High tide. And another three-pointer knocked down there. And that's Duford. 11-7. A very good Concord Crimson Tide team. A few turnovers here for the Cardinals have turned into Crimson Tide points. 2:48 to go here in the first period, 11-7. Talking to Coach Craik about his team. When you look at the lineup, it's 5 and 6 girls averaging double figures a night, and that's a tough thing to prepare for defensively. You can't put your focus on any one player, as any one of them can beat you, including some of their bench players that are not just specialists defensively. And I talk about a Kate Daly, and I talk about a Brooke Muller. Ball inbounded to Paquette. Crimson Tide extending the defense. Duford applying the pressure to Paquette. Crossover, gets a pick now. And another block there, but they're going to say she was fouled. I think that one's going to go against Valiant. And it is, and that's her first personal, team's 4th. And they're going to say Paquette was in the act of shooting, so she'll head back to the line for 2. Name of this game tonight, Steve, I think is going to be important for the Cardinals to hit their free throws. And in the early going of this one, it appears that this is a Crimson Tide team that maybe they saw that last game and they're ready to mix it up too. I like what I see from this Concord team. Paquette goes 2 for 2. Here comes the pressure, and Lynch, the beneficiary, gets hammered underneath. And don't look now, but I thought it was going to go against Valiant, but I think instead it's going to go against Smalley. That's her first personal. So Hannah Lynch will head to the line for 2. Back iron, no, she'll get a second. Cards have missed 3 free throws so far tonight. Make that 4. Here comes the pressure again. The trap occurs. And I think the Cardinals are going to get possession. Not sure how the turnover occurred, but it did. Lynch will come to the bench. Murray will check back in. Over the top it goes. Nice pass on the low block, and good finish there by Muller. Here comes the trap, and you reverse it, and that's how you beat it. Crimson Tide have the numbers. Number 13 from the outside. No, that was Kelly. It was a good look. Daly does not have the numbers and wisely backs things up. Once again, Muller standing well beyond the three-point arc. Murray behind the back, bounce pass out to TB. Muller goes up with the right hand and a kiss off the glass for Muller. 17-7, Cardinal advantage. Checking back in, Jalen Jefferson for this Crimson Tide team, 5'7" senior. And a 3-on-1, and they have the recipe to beat whatever Guertin was applying there. They're gonna call it on the floor. They say no shot. We'll see who it was against, and that's gonna be Valiant's second personal. Crimson Tide cannot afford to lose her. She is a talented player out there. And just as I say that, she will take a seat. Rosemary Layton will check in for Concord. Goes on the low block. Paquette goes up strong. No, cleans up her own mess. Someone get that girl some Windex. Foul going to go against number 33, Delaney Duford. That's her second personal. So 17 fouls now. It's an and one situation, but from this point forward for the rest of the half, the Cards will be in the bonus. See if Paquette can complete the three-point play, and she does. 19-9 Cardinals. And another steal there. Ball goes to Stack. Oh, Euro step up. No, it was a left-hand miss. Crimson Tide will run. Didn't have the numbers. What a great poke from behind by Wheeler. She was in the trail position. And the sign of a good defender is you don't poke the hand, you poke where the ball is going on the dribble as it's on its way down to the floor. And Wheeler did just that. Got to get the ball in before 5 seconds. They do, barely. Crawford over to Duford. Back to Layton. They completely whip it around, and that was a good job of ball movement by the Crimson Tide. Good save there by Jefferson. Another good look from the baseline, and a make by Layton. She's in the books. 50 seconds to go. Tallbrook underneath, no. Kicks it all the way back out to near half court. Paquette will drive in the lane and get hacked in the act. And she'll head back to the line. And that foul will go against number 34. That's Sophia Payne. That's her first personal. Team's 8th. Back iron missing the first. Paquette will get a second. 1 out of 2 for the 5'8" senior guard. And the pressure comes again. If they're able to beat it, which they are, they have the numbers once again. 3-on-1. Baseline jumper knocked down there by Payne. And she's inflicting a little bit of it on this BG team as she knocks it down. Crossover, Murray. Stack over to Paquette. Pick on ball. Stack now playing far away from the hoop. Dribble drive with the left, goes up strong and in. Friendly roll there. Stack is on the board. Steal by Stack. 10 seconds left underneath to Murray. And this is how it happens. 2 seconds to go. Half court shot, travel. Nope. And we will head to the second quarter. What a great first quarter of action here from the capital city. Bishop Guertin enjoying a 25-14 lead, but this is a very, very dangerous Crimson Tide team. No question about it. In our first quarter scoring, look at Paquette. She was 5 out of 7 from the free throw line, but the Cardinals have missed 5 free throws. So that is an uncharacteristic thing for this BG team. Paquette has 10. Murray has 9, Stack with a bucket, and Muller has 4. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, Layton with 3, Valiant with 2. Catherine Blinn is 1 out of 4 from the free throw line. Madison Kelly has a 3, Delaney Duford a 3, and Sophia Payne a 2. This is a Crimson Tide team that has made 3 3-point buckets here in the first quarter, and that is what is keeping them in this. They have a nice touch from the outside. They've shown the ability to, at times, handle the pressure from Guertin and come away with some 3-on-1 opportunities. The difference is they're able to finish some of these. We'll start the second quarter action. Stack over to Lynch now, left side, looking for movement. They found Stack. She goes baseline, pretty kiss off the glass from Megan. Looks like they'll try to establish that post position. Crimson Tide now working the ball around the perimeter. 4 Crimson Tide players have touched the ball. Shot from the outside by Jefferson, and a Yahtzee for her. And this is a Concord High team that has made 4 3-pointers, count them 4, in the first half so far. I was talking to Coach Steve Lane at Nashua High School today, and we were talking about that Merrimack game where Merrimack beat Nashua North, and part of the reason for it, Merrimack shot over 70% from the floor in that game, and that does a couple of things. When you shoot with that high a percentage, if you tend to be a running team on the other side of things, that slows things down. You don't get to break as fast on those rebounds because the ball's going in. You got to take it. You got to take it out of bounds. You got to pass it in. So those two things combined can be harrowing for you. You cannot stop how well a team shoots from the outside, and I'm sure that has been an area of concern as Coach Craig talked about it with his team over on the sideline. And a pretty move there, and Lynch goes in, got the ball, put it on the floor, and that may have allowed the defense to get over the top. And it looks like that's going to be, I think it was Blinn on the foul. That's her 3rd personal. Pretty shot there by Lynch. She knocks down the first. She's in the book. She'll get a second. Hana, 2 out of 2 on that trip. 29-17. Cardinals in a steal there by Paquette. Back out to Lynch. She will attack. Kick out Paquette. Cards showing patience in the half court. Bounce pass there to TB. Kick back out to Paquette. Little 2-person game going on. Nice job of distribution. Murray, no. Lynch reached over the top and got called for an over the back. Didn't look like she made any contact, but it was good positioning by Concord. Here comes the full court pressure once again. Got to get that ball in, and again they got the numbers, but not for long. Skip pass across the way. Get out of my kitchen! Megan Stack knocking that one into the stands. On the low block it goes. TB providing the pressure to Jefferson, and we're going to get, not quite sure what we're looking for there, just kind of trying to run some time off the clock apparently, and it'll be a backcourt violation as Crawford waited and was hopeful a Cardinal would come try and touch it and she could wrestle it away. So not a bad play there. Jefferson will head to the bench. The referees will have a discussion, and it will be underneath the hoop, so Cards will run an out of bounds play from underneath the basket. Paquette to do the honors. She does. And a pretty play. Oh, didn't come down with it. Would have been better served to maybe come down with it. Baseline, we're going to get a travel call on Murray. And that could be the book on her. Just a quick first step, maybe drag that pivot foot a little bit. Also going to watch those carries. Interesting to see how those are called as the season progresses. Once again, the Tide handle the pressure, and oh! travel on each team. And I'll tell you what, right there, it is a learning computer. Sophia Payne has, on the last 2 times she's caught that ball, hit or shot little baseline jumpers. That time, shot fake, drive back in towards the paint, but she called for the travel. It was a good play by her. Paquette goes up, can't handle it. Foul from the outside, and guess what? Yahtzee! Murray has her second three-pointer. Concord handling the pressure, and we'll see if coach goes with a timeout. And they're going to say she stepped on the line, so a turnover there. 32-17, 6:03 to go in the first half of this one. And Coach Rob will go to the bench as Blinn will check in and Payne will get a breather. Murray now running the one. Paquette will come over to the right side, flanked. She'll flash through the paint and pick for TB. No, they'll skip it around to Lynch. Lynch goes baseline. And it'll go off of Layton. Cards will keep possession. BG won the JV game prior to this one. Goes over the top, Paquette. Nice little jump shot there, and Murray is feeling it tonight. Layton now, left-hand dribble. Gets it to the baseline. Nice little runner there, intercepted by Murray. Paquette. And Coach Craik imploring his team to run. And we're going to get Murray with a travel call there. 2 more Crimson Tide players set to check in. It's Valiant and Kelly. Layton and Crawford will head to the bench. Cards up by 17, but doesn't feel like that kind of a game here with 5:18 to go. Stack steps into the passing lane, and they're going to say she was on the line when she touched it. Apparently they're not. Not quite sure how that one worked out. 5:13 to go, first half action. 34-17 Cardinals. This is Murray working on the left side, marked closely there by Kelly. Back towards the middle, Stack. He'll whip it around, Lynch, dribble back towards the elbow. Finds TB, who finds Paquette. Triple threat position, give and go action, and foul in the action, and you can see Muller kind of holding her back there a little bit. Hope she's okay. I don't know if she got pushed, but she'll head to the line for 2, and she's stretching it. Yeah, you can see there, maybe a little tweak. Muller calmly knocks down the first one as Daly will get her first action, or rather second action rather. She's in for Murray. Daly, the defensive stalwart in there. 1 out of 2 for Muller. Crimson Tide will run the floor. Kelly, top of the key, gets it over to Smalley. And we're going to get a kicking call there, so it'll be Crimson Tide ball. No, it won't. So you can't have 2 people take the ball out. There it is. I did not see Hannah. She was blending in with the bench. Paquette to Stack. Stack on the give and go to TB. Pretty and finish. And a good look there, good recognition. Stack to Muller. And she's got 7. Here comes Valiant, working on Lynch, crossover dribble there. Here comes the double team, and Stack did a nice job. TB gets it to Lynch. Lynch will run. She doesn't have the numbers. She'll kick it back to the trailer. Paquette back to Lynch, goes baseline. Oh, and we're going to get a foul call there. Looks like it's going to be Smalley. So Lynch will head back to the free throw line. A rainmaker from Lynch, no good on the first one. we're in animal kingdom here, Steve. 2 front iron free throws from Lynch, 0 for 2 on that trip. And the Crimson Tide will run. No, now the Cards will take it. It's turning into a bit of a track meet. TB now. Crossover dribble, loses the dribble, gets it over to Stack, and this is uncharacteristic of this Guertin team. That is a credit to Concord High, who is playing great defense. Paquette goes up strong, no, and Daly steals away that rebound from 3 Crimson Tide players. Hitting the deck hard, no, and Daly cleans it up. Physical game here in the early going of this one. 3:20 to go, first half of action, 39-17 Cardinals. And I think they're going to call it on Lynch. And they will, that's her second personal. Pair of Cards will check in. Murray and Wheeler now. Ball goes into the backcourt. Steal by Stack. Stack had the ball go off of a Crimson Tide player. She got back in there and it may have gone off of her shin. That was Duford. So Cards will run another out of bounds play. They've had some success here in the early going on this play. They go over the top to Stack. She's at the elbow, and an inaccurate pass from Stack to Murray. And TB takes the ball and goes all the way for the bucket. Technical foul called on Rob Darrell. He is not happy. I don't think those two will be exchanging Christmas cards next year. 2:50 to go, first half of action in this one, 41-17. Oops, that would be my foot knocking off the headphones. Well, what else would you expect? We had a ball get stuck on the top of the rim today. Yeah. All right, I digress. So we'll see who takes the technical free throw for the Cardinals. And composure, the name of the game in this one. Never want to take it out of the hands of your players. Trust me, I know. Spoken like a guy who may have drawn a penalty or two in his time on the sidelines. Just saying. But this is a Crimson Tide team that is a formidable group. When you start 5 juniors and you're tall and you're athletic, a team that is only going to get better as this season progresses. It'll be Kate Daly to do the honors for that technical foul. I'm going to make a balcony Muppet comment right now. I'm going to guess, pick an animal. Nothing. Wow. You usually can read the crowd, Steve, not tonight. Oh, here it comes. Daly is 2 out of 2. She's got 4 points. So Cards could double up here on this possession. Ball goes into Murray. Marking her closely is Duford, loses her dribble. And Murray's going to get called for her 3rd travel of the night. So it's a carry call. And that's what we talked about, Steve. You got to watch that palming, that underneath every single time. And some referees call it, some do not, but they're starting to get more consistent. I've seen it called on a more consistent basis. Probably a point of emphasis in some of those meetings, I'm guessing. Anytime you hesitate, you got to palm it. Pretty dish underneath, and finishing it was Smalley. She's in the books. There it is again. Same move, but no call. TB, pretty dish underneath, and you got to finish those. You don't see Megan Stack miss many of those. But she saved the ball. Murray, 3, no. Stack, leather souffle underneath Daly, and she'll get hacked again. So a nice job on the glass by the Cardinals, but they've missed a few bunnies here. Underneath, 43-19, 2:10 to go first half. Daly will head back to the line for a pair. Knocks down the first, and 10 team fouls on the Crimson Tide, by the way. They'll shoot 2 the rest of the way as Wheeler comes out. Didn't see who the other card was, but Lynch is back in. 2 out of 2 for Daly. So she's 4 for 4 from the line. She has 6 points. 2:05 to go. Losing her dribble was Duford. She skips it across the way to Crawford. And now they'll set back up. Kelly. Good long arm there. And saving the day on that possession was Blinn. Kick to the outside. No, and rebound went off of the Crimson Tide as it looked like Crawford knocked it out of Lynch's hands. And that's why the Cards will get possession. But the Crimson Tide had another nice look from beyond the arc there. Could have made it interesting if that one had dropped. Murray, skip pass over to Daly, Kate, and the ball is stolen. Crimson Tide will run over the shoulder. Lynch was playing free safety. And some sloppy basketball here by both teams as they're just kind of throwing the ball away. Be wise to kind of stay within your system here and play your version of basketball regardless of what the other team is doing. Just my 2 cents. Back door, and it would have been double teamed. Checking back in for the Cardinals is Paquette. Daly will get a rest and got to inbound the ball. It comes to Murray, back to Lynch, and she'll play the point. She'll get it over the half-court line and look for help, finds Stack. Stack to Paquette. Back over to Murray. The defense chant comes alive here in the gym. Backdoor to Stack, tried to save it and couldn't. And another turnover for the Cardinals, 45-19. 53.9 to go here. Cards again will extend the pressure. Player-to-player defense. Comes in over the top to Blinn late. She'll hand it off to Brown, working the point, crossover dribble marked by Paquette. Brown, then a little switch defensively. Got it back, and a foul call there. And I think that's going to go against Paquette. 5-team fouls rather against the Cards. And everybody gathering at the inbound pass. Into the corner it goes. Nice pickup there. Back to the baseline. Nice, pretty, oh! Banished from the kingdom of hardwood. 45-19. Ball comes in. And it was stolen by Stack. Crawford threw it away. Stack loses her dribble, finds Paquette. 19 seconds to go in the first half. Working there against Brown. And it's going to be a foul on her. We are in the bonus, so probably not what you want to see there. A foul just about at half court that's going to reward BG with 2 free throws. Paquette to do the honors. She knocks down the first. That's her first point of the second quarter. She had 10 in the first quarter. 2 out of 2. Pretty shot there by the 5'8" senior guard. 12 seconds here in the first half. Concord High, we'll see what they set up. Circumnavigating the globe, baseline jumper, yes! And that will do it as Delaney Duford started on the right side, dribbled all the way around to the backside baseline, knocked down a jumper, and we'll head into the half, a 47-21 Cardinal advantage. We'll be back for the second half right after this. Welcome back to the campus here at Concord High School, home of the Crimson Tide. We are in the capital city. Bishop Guertin Cardinals are on the visitor sideline. They are leading 47-21 here. 8 minutes up on the clock. Third quarter just about ready to begin. Jason Roby on the play-by-play and color commentary for you. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy. Crimson Tide getting trapped on the baseline over there. Madison Kelly. And a foul called, believe it's on Brooke Muller. So we'll start things over again. This is Kelly to do the honors. Gets it into Duford, rather, excuse me. The numbers are condensed underneath, and a pretty pass, and it was a good look to Payne, but she couldn't finish it. Stack cleared the boards. Back the other way comes Paquette. She'll work down the left side crossover, gets the pick from TB. They go over the top, and Stack was throwing that one to Muller as if she was 7'2" and not 6'2". So uncharacteristic turnover. And look at this, a 1-3-1 being employed here. The eye in the sky, Steve Cody caught that one. A changeup in the defense, and look at the length of this Cardinal team. Shot from the outside, no. Rebound, Crimson Tide missed there. Paquette hit the deck hard. TB goes coast to coast. Are you kidding me? Cardinals fall back in the 1-3-1. Look at how wide they're playing those wing players. And that is quite a wide wingspan as the travel is called. So Crimson Tide should have come away with points on that last possession. But it is a new look. Paquette now. Over to TB. Backdoor went Lynch. TB able to keep the ball. She drives, kick out Lynch. Back up top to Stack. Thought maybe they would go baseline. They did not. Wheeler went through the middle of the key instead of to the outside of it. Cardinals playing a little out of sorts here. Lynch. Stack gets tripped up, loses her footing, and there'll be a foul called on Smalley. So each team with one team foul. TB now working it over to Wheeler. Wheeler, dribble drive, kicked out back to TB underneath. She gets blocked and can't quite come down with her miss. Lynch will help. Crimson Tide handles the pressure. Valiant bounce pass over to the right side to Duford. Into the corner it goes. And a travel call there. And you have to believe the reason why they put that 1-3-1 in is to try to get over onto the flanks and protect against that three-point shot. They're really extending that defense towards the sidelines. It is a wide 1-3-1. Pick on ball there, double team, kick back to Stack, elbow extended. Reversing the floor, finds Hana! Oh, and can't get it to go. All but in. Pretty pass from Muller to Lynch. She couldn't finish it. And that goes underneath. And it went up the fingertips of Payne. Stack will run. Kick back. Paquette. Yahtzee! 52-21. You have to believe that from this point forward, Cardinals are going to get everybody's best effort. No doubt about that. Stack does the wise thing. Paquette thought about it. They get it underneath, and a pretty move there by Wheeler. And we will get a timeout called here. 4:46 to go, third quarter. Cardinals extending their lead 54-21. So what have we seen here? Little halftime adjustment by Coach Brad Craik. He employs a 1-3-1 zone defense. Tries to get a little wide on the outside. Steve Cody saw that, was pointing it out. He's the man, he's the eyes in the sky, and the eyes in the sky don't lie. No doubt about that. So Concord High have to call a timeout to put a tourniquet on this one, as the Cardinals have gone on a mini run here to start the third quarter. Jason Roby along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy. Looking from my highlight guy notes, Steve. I'm missing my ad. I gotta find my ad. All right, I digress. We will come out of this timeout, and we'll see if the Crimson Tide can make a couple of adjustments to stop the bleeding here. It'll be Crimson Tide ball. They will go left to right on your screen. Goes outside on the perimeter. They skip it all the way across. Good ball movement by the Crimson Tide. Three-pointer, no. It was a good look there for Valiant. Couldn't get it to go, and Wheeler hits the deck, and then Valiant, or rather, yeah, Wheeler hit the deck, and then Valiant hit the deck. Looks like there's a couple of floorboards here in the gym that stick up just about 1/8 of an inch that tripped them. Again, haven't seen that a lot. These are two very athletic teams. Backdoor cut, pretty move there. Had to put it on the floor once, and the rims are just not favoring the Cards. There'll be a foul called on the floor. They had two easy looks at it. And that foul will go against, I believe it's Payne. I have her for 2, unofficially. Could be 3. Blinn will check in for Valiant. Inbounded over the top. Dribble drive there and couldn't get it to go. Took a weird spin. Here comes the trap. Paquette got on the floor. She kind of pushed it out to Stack. Ball comes up top now to Murray. Working it around the perimeter. Nice job to TB. And the two bigs working so well together. Stack to Muller. Great job there. Ball goes on the low block. Dish back. In and out. It was a good look for Payne. She couldn't finish. Cards will run. And there's Murray. And they lost her in transition. The defensive transition got back, but they just kind of lost her, and she knocked in an easy one. Did Wheeler. Three-point shot, no. Rebound battled for. Cards come away with it. Muller. Paquette over to Stack. She'll run. 3-on-2 Cardinals. No. Rebound. And that was Murray. 60-21, 2:50 to go. Third quarter action here. Another steal by the Cardinals. They'll run. And Coach Craik wants her to pull it back, and they have a specific play that they want to see now. Two players on the high post at the elbows in Stack and Muller. Muller will go dribble through the key, and showing a good handle is the 6'2" forward. And Coach Craik will head to his bench at 62-21. And we'll see who comes in. I know we have a couple of players that were brought up from JV. We might get a chance to see them at some point tonight. But Coach Craik talking to the players on the bench here as to what he wants to see on this next possession. And I had a question now that we have a Chick here behind us. Chick, we saw a play this weekend where Nashua South on a fast break, and rather than catch the ball and push it with their hand, the player made a fist and punched it to his teammate. Referee blew the play dead because you cannot punch the ball. Accurate call? Yeah. So Tom King, my partner, and I for that game, and Tom said, you know, what does the ball care? It's not going to file charges if you punch it. It's like, Tom, it's a rule. You can't do that. But it was a funny moment in the game. Coach Mazerol had a good laugh, too, for Nashua South. But something that we hadn't seen before, the punch of the ball, is the foul called there. And we do have some new players in for the Cardinals. It's Kuchalakis and Daly are in, as well as Muller, Wheeler, and Lynch. Friendly rims here in the capital city as Duford knocks down the first. She'll get a second. She has 6 points, does the 5'6" junior. Two out of two. Concord was applying some pressure. Cardinals had the numbers. They'll pull it out in the half court. This is Lynch at half court, kicks it around to Daly. TB trying to establish a presence on the low block. She'll kick out. Kuchalakis finds her. Cards will streak through the middle of the key. Spin move there, kick out. Kuchalakis. Daly thought about it. No, bounce pass. Good patience here in the half court. Lynch, dribble drive, kick out there. Kuchalakis, Daly. Daly tries to go baseline. It was cut off by Jefferson. Nice job defensively as the Crimson Tide employ their own zone defense here, and they come away with a steal. So good patience by the Cardinals. They had a few open looks. Duford now being pressured there by Kuchalakis. Quick hands, ball finds its way all the way around. Bounce pass from Kelly, tried to get it inside, no. Was looking for Blinn, but it was knocked away, and Lynch will bring it up the center. Daly, skip pass. Kuchalakis back to Lynch. At some point, we'd like to see him shoot, and as I say that, they do. And Lynch comes up short. We get a jump ball called. Guertin retains possession. Checking in now for the Cardinals is nobody. I did hear there was a horn sound. I saw three ladies standing, so a little prognostication on my part. I was fooled. Ball goes underneath to TB. She's double teamed front and back. She still goes up with the left. Can't get it to go. Crimson Tide will run. This is Jefferson. And I think that went off the hands of Smalley. Yes, it did, in fact. So it'll be BG ball. 41.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 62-23. Bounce pass over to Lynch. She looked baseline. She'll bring things back out. Kuchalakis now. Bounce pass to Daly. Zone defense being employed here, or is it a box and one? Nope. And that one airmailed out of bounds. Like the old Jerry Tarkanian amoeba defense, like a match defense. A la the New York Giants and the UNH Wildcats. We used to play the match defense in college, Steve. Yep, true story. Thrown up, no. Great rebound there by TB. Daly, bounce pass to Lynch. 3 seconds to go. Lynch will throw it up and in! And a great flurry there at the end as the Cardinals able to get it down the floor. Lynch beats the buzzer. We will head into the fourth quarter. Cardinals up 62-23. It'll be a running clock as there is a greater than 35-point advantage for the Cardinals. And now I believe we have 3 substitutes heading in. I want to say hello to Aunt Karen and Uncle Mike. They are watching live from South Twin Lake in northern Maine. Can't get there from here. So hello, Aunt Karen and Uncle Mike. Go BG, they say, and go Liv Murray. All right. Aunt Karen and Uncle Mike. Good stuff. Thanks for watching the highlight guy. Kids love getting those shout outs. Keep them coming, folks. Steve at thehighlightguy.com. I'm going to give out his personal number any minute now. Oh, and a finish there and a nice play underneath as a chance for the three-point play will be Sophia Payne. Checking in for the Cardinals, Kendra Patel. And it looks like a couple of other cards have come in. We'll get you their name and numbers here in just a second. But it's 3 and it's 34. And of course, I don't have those numbers on the junior varsity roster, don't you know? So I'm going to guess. Oh, Patel's not shy, knocks it down. Great shot there by Kendra Patel, the 5'9" senior forward. I'm going to guess, Steve, and of course it's just a guess because they're not on the roster. A pretty move up and underneath there. Gets the roll, does Payne. I'm going to guess that the two players playing going to say it's Madison Long and Talia Drapo, but I can't be sure. So 3 and 34 are on the floor, and as I look at the junior varsity roster and the varsity roster, I do not have a 3 or a 34. So my guess is it could be those two players. Now I'm going to make another guess here. I could be way off, but I think 34, if my guess is correct, and I apologize if I'm wrong. Whenever you speculate, you hate speculating, but I know I was told some JV players could be up. Drapo would be a 5'11" freshman forward, and Long would be a 5'7" freshman guard. Yeah.
But I don't know. That's not.
And Patel going to get fouled. And I think the two players in question could be that young lady and that young lady. And I was correct. Thank you very much. Hana's mom came up and gave me the information. So Drapo is wearing 34. And Madison is wearing 3. Patel 1 out of 2 on that trip. BG to inbound the ball. 67-27 advantage. Comes into Long. She dribbled baseline and got double teamed there. Couldn't handle it. Found it way into the hands of Olivia Crawford, and the Crimson Tide will come back the other way. Valiant drives the baseline, goes up and under, no. And there were 3 Cardinals surrounding her. I think the personal is going to go to Long. We'll see what the referee says. Nope, it's going to go against, I think that's going to belong to Kuchalakis or Daly. I don't know. One of those two. Knocking down the first is Valiant. No, I'm going to give that foul to Steve Cody, the highlight guy. He's got his first personal. 2 out of 2, pretty shot there by Valiant. Ball is stolen, and we're going to get a jump ball call. Possession goes to the Cardinals. 67-29, and Concord employing their full court pressure here. We'll see if the 2 freshmen for BG can handle it. And a travel call goes against Long, I suppose. But you know what? Valuable minutes for these young ladies.
Number 34 is Thalia Drapo, and number 3 is Maddie Long. Yeah.
And coming up to, and you know what? A great defensive effort there under the hoop. And oh, a chance for a three-point play as Kuchelakis went up straight with the hands, but she'll get called for the personal, and heading back to the line is Payne. Chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. 6'1" junior guard has 8 points. Make that 9 on the swish. And got a foul called here. I think that one's going to go against Madison Brown. And it is. Cards to inbound the ball on the side just in front of the Concord bench. This is Kuchelakis. She'll bring it up over half court. Bounce pass into the corner. Patel back to Kuchelakis. She'll drive baseline and looking inside and finish strong there is Daly. So good movement by the Cardinals there. And you have to remember, these 5 young ladies have not played together an awful lot, so they're learning the nuances of how one another play, so they're figuring it out on the fly. Good for them. Huge rebound there by Long. Ball gets stolen by Brown. Concord High will set up in the half court. Payne from the outside takes a dribble, kick out to Layton. Layton now trying to work against Kuchelakis. Backdoor, Euro step. No, it was a pretty move by Valiant. She cleaned up the glass. And as a result, foul will go against Kate Daly, who had that nice bank shot in the paint on the last possession. 69-32 Cardinals. 16 fouls for the Cards, 5 for the Crimson Tide. Ball comes underneath to Payne, and they'll kick it back out and set up in the half court. Payne at the elbow, skip pass. Valiant, dribble drive, spin move. Goes up with the left, can't get it to go, everything but in. Clearing the glass was Long. Kuchelakis to Daly. Daly now, put on the brakes. Back up top it goes to Kuchelakis, gets it over to Long. Long, dribble drive, kick out. Nice move there, had the handle taken away from her, did Patel. And that ball will go off the leg of Crawford. A couple of Concord Crimson Tide players check in. And that appears to be Jenna Ross. And I believe it's Ada Smalley, but I can't quite see the number. Could be Jillian Naylor as well. It looks like Naylor. I was off by 1. It happens. 2:12 to go in this one. Running clock in effect. Got to get it in. Daly goes airmail over the top to Long. Baseline dribble drive underneath. Daly passes it back into Kuchelakis. High off the glass and in. High elbow, kicked out. Payne got it over to Ross. Back up top, Brown. And they'll set up again. This is Naylor with the handoff to Layton. Layton will drive into the lane and throw one up. Left hand, nice finish there by Rosemary Layton. Back the other way comes Drapo and in! And a chance for a three-point play for the freshman. As she was hacked in the act. Referees will allow for Blinn to check back in, and Payne will take a seat. Sophia's Knight will finish with 9 points. Drapo, three-point play the old-fashioned way. Back the other way comes Concord. Up and under, and a nice play there. Patel now, Kuchelakis. Good job by Long running the point. Finds Daly. Over to Kuchalakis. 44 seconds to go here. Baseline, throws it up. Front iron, no. Rebound, and the glass is cleared by Layton and the Crimson Tide. Ball stolen by Daly. She'll run. Tightrope walk down the left side. She'll pull things back. That ball gets stolen as stepping into the passing lane was Brown. That's going to be Long, called for the personal. 74-36 Cardinals, 24 seconds to go in this one. We'll see if we can get a player or two for the post game. Free throw is up, everything but in. Oh, and hitting the deck hard. And she gets up, good for her. That was Madison Brown. Brown will head to the line. She'll get a pair of free throws here. Front iron, no. Ball kept alive, and a jump ball called. Concord High possession. Jenna Ross had her hands on it. She was able to keep it. And that will do it. Final here from Concord. Bishop Guertin 74, Concord High School 36. So the Cards will go to 11-0 in the regular season, 12-0 overall. Crimson Tide will fall to 5-6. We'll see if we can't get a little post-game interview here. And I think we will get somebody. Let's see. It's going to be Kate Daly's going to be joining me in the nest, in the hot seat, as it were. Oh, let's see here. Hi, Kate.
Hello.
Grab those headphones right there, young lady. Come on over here.
Okay.
All right, we are joined here, post-game interview with Kate Daly. And Kate, a terrific game for you. 8 points total, but the thing that I've noticed about you through the course of this year so far is the defensive prowess you seem to bring to the game. It seems like you've upped your game in that regard. You're almost like, yeah, you can dribble and you can score, but defense seems to be like the name of the game for you. You've marked up some of the team's better players. Talk to us a little bit about that. What's the mindset for something like that when you come into a game, knowing that, is that primarily your role when you come in as kind of like a stopper?
I'd definitely say that's primarily my role, and more so this season. Throughout the course of the off season, that's something that I translate it into my other sports as well. So it's something that there, and I think also just in the defensive end, knowing that you have your teammates behind you allows you to really get up and pressure someone right underneath them in a way that you really have to be able to trust that the helper is going to be there even if you do get beat.
If you didn't have that kind of trust, maybe you couldn't be as aggressive because you might be afraid that the player would go by you and have an easy look. But knowing you have that backing helps you play a little bit. I always say the phrase "your hair on fire." You kind of get after it pretty good there. But it's duly noted. This is a team that, in my estimation, is playing at a different level than we have seen over the last couple of years. Sure, you've all been together, but it seems like there's a maturity now with this group that we haven't seen. Can you speak to that a little bit? I mean, do you feel it as a team obviously the goal here is to try and end up in Durham on the last game of the year, but is that the primary focus, or is it whatever is directly in front of you at that time?
Well, I certainly think that that's something that we think about on a day-to-day basis on practice, but I also think, we have 8 seniors on the team this year, and I think a lot of us just really want to put our all out there. I know we have 3 people playing in college, but the rest of us aren't going to be playing basketball after this. I know I've been playing basketball with Megan Stack since we were in 4th grade.
Right.
So it's really just something like all of us want to put our all out there every day versus whether it's in practice or in the game. We really just like, a lot of us know that this is our last time playing together. We've been together for 4 years. Like, these are some of my best friends on the court and as well as at school every day.
That's
so it's
awesome.
really just like knowing that we really have, this is our last chance to do it together.
Along that statement, you mentioned 8 seniors, and you've been together since 4th grade. Some of you and Megan certainly have been on the same floors and seen a lot of basketball. You've had a lot of ups, a couple of downs, but what's it like now with the younger group? You finished on the floor today. There were a couple of freshmen out there running around with you. Does that bring back some memories of your early days playing? And what's the message that you kind of give to those 2 young ladies when you're on the floor? Because they're going to make mistakes every now and again. And what's the message that you guys give to those young players?
Well, I mean, we're seniors now, but you can ask any one of us. Like, we can put ourselves right back the way we felt freshman year.
Yeah.
We were all nervous, antsy. Like, that you say that we've had that maturity, but that's because we've got to have this. We got to play for 4 years together.
Right.
And I think it's easy for all of us to know that, like, we've all been there, and it's easy to say, like, hey, like, we get you're nervous for the game. Like, it's not a big deal if you make a mistake. No one's expecting you to be perfect, especially in this situation. Like, we've all been there. We were all terrified our freshman year. We all understand the feeling. So it's like really just letting them know like that they're not the only ones that feel that way.
When you're in the locker room, when you're preparing for the game, are eyes on you in terms of, wow, that's Kate Daly right there, and look how she prepares mentally for the game, and that's Megan Stack over there. Look how she's preparing for the game. Are there things that off the court these kids watch you do as well? I mean, certainly they see you in the hallways at school. They see how you behave. They see how you interact with others. Is it more than just basketball, you know, that things that you're trying to parlay over to these other young players?
I certainly think so, especially like I know when I was a freshman, I really liked it when an upperclassman said hi to me in the hallway. So it's like things like that, just like being there for them when they have, like if they're having a bad practice, to say, you know, we've all been there. And so those are the things that I think really translate off the court, and as well as just like making them feel more comfortable as well as just at school in general.
Yeah, that's a great point. And certainly when you're a young person coming up and there's a lot of pressure, it helps to have those older kids kind of bring you along, take you under their wing, so to speak. Before I let you go, I just have to ask, this is obviously a team that has big goals in mind. There's certainly a lot of important games coming up, and obviously the big goal is to get to Durham and leave it all out there on the floor in that last game. There's a lot of work to do before then, but is this kind of a unspoken message between you and your senior friends, like the way you want to go out? Do you need to say, hey, we got to pick it up because we have to get to this particular place at the end of the year? Or is it just, no, we've been playing together long enough, it's unspoken, we know what we need to do?
I certainly think that on a day-to-day basis, sometimes everyone has a bad day here and there where they need reminding like what our end goal is. But I think it's something that we've had a lot of conversations about, I think especially leading into the season. I think not so much anymore as we lead into the stretch. Everyone's pretty focused. We've been playing pretty well as a team in the last few games.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that we really kind of talked about at the beginning of the season when you're still in that like getting used to everything, going over the plays. But I think it's really something now that everyone's really locked in on.
It stands out to us up here anyway, watching. And for everybody watching the highlight guy, it's a mature team. You guys, there's no letdown. You always seem to come out on fire every single game with that goal in mind. And this is Kate Daly. And Kate, we want to congratulate you on an outstanding job so far this year, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right, Kate Daly, the senior guard here for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, the undefeated Bishop Guertin Cardinals, and she will hit the bus and head back home on the long ride back to Lund Road, and so too will we. Thanks, Kate. Anyone who wants to say hi to Kate before we go here? You want to say hi to anybody? You want to? There you go.
Hello, Meme and Pepe. I know you watch all of my games.
Awesome. Meme and Pepe. Hello. I had a Meme and Pepe
Oregon.
too. In Oregon. All right.
Oh, and my Nana in Florida.
And Nana in
She
Florida.
also watches all of the games.
Good stuff. Well, hello to Oregon and Florida from Concord, New Hampshire. This is Jason Roby, the highlight guy. Steve Cody on the moving pictures. Kate Daly. Congratulations, Kate.
Thank you.
All right. She is a wonderful young lady, and this is a Bishop Guertin team that, look, all of these young ladies are very well spoken, very driven, very focused. The end game certainly is something that, look, we know where they intend to be. We know where they want to go, and the teams that they have to play know that as well. They're going to get everybody's best game every night out. And high school sports are funny. Sometimes you can run the table, and sometimes you don't. and anything is possible. But if you can stay focused, you can stay together, you can fight through those difficult moments, you can overcome just about anything, not just on the basketball court, but in life. For Steve Cody, the highlight guy, my name is Jason Roby. Thank you all for joining us. Want to remind you all that it is not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. We'll see you real soon, everybody. Take care.